We're back to the Neil Haley Show, and I am ready. We're getting close into the end of the year, and it's time to think about our health. If you're not thinking about our health is our wealth, and our guests today are Laura Ribbins and Dara Simmons, and we're going to talk about wellness warriors. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I've had you both on my podcast by themselves, but together, you guys, I've not had you together. How are things?
Fabulous. We're having a great time with this.
Yeah, things are going great. Thank you.
I'm really excited. So I'm going to go first to Dara Lee. How did you guys first come together? I want to know how you guys got together to create Wellness Warriors.
You know what? We met online and we both were in the wellness space. I was really focused a lot on nutrition and mindset, and Laura was really focused on her movement and mindset. And we thought, let's combine this. Let's get together and really provide a powerful program that just makes sense for the everyday woman.
And so you guys, Laura, you basically saw that creating Wellness Warriors was a perfect fit, you two together, to put this together.
Neil, such a good fit because I was raised to always look for the goodness in people and be positive. And Dara Lee's always been positive. And when we got together as a team, we thought, oh my gosh, with our energy and how much we sincerely love helping others feel so good and positive about themselves, that is the wealth in it for us. We love it.
Exactly. And I think what you guys are able to do, because you've shown me the program, you show me the community, what comes to the community, and how you are such a holistic point of view for health, Dara Lee. That's the key thing, right? That you are looking at the whole self for health, not just one part. And some people just focus on one thing. You have a really holistic point of view.
Yes, we definitely take a really holistic approach. And for a lot of women who are looking to maybe lose weight, feel better, feel more energized, and when we include everything like from how to just eat better, how to move, even just moving 10 or 15 minutes a day when you start, and really the mindset. Let's figure out how to help reduce those stress levels, feel good about who you are, where you're going, what you're doing. And so many of us, especially women, we're juggling a million things. Say men aren't as well. Typically the household, the children, the parents, whatever, we're juggling a lot. So we have come upon a way to create some simple strategies that women can incorporate on a day-to-day basis and really improve their wellness.
And that's the interesting part of it, Laura, is what you walk the walk and talk the talk. What you say, you do. And I think that's so important that both of you together are implementing the same plans that you do on a regular basis. So you're really you're keeping it, that sometimes people aren't following exactly what they're preaching.
And Neil, what's so interesting, there's so much crap out there. And one of the things Dara Lee and I love to do is research, but also research on the research. Because what we share, we're actually, wouldn't you say, Dara Lee, 99% of the time on the cutting edge of finding out something, sharing it with our community, and then the next thing you see it all over social media. But what are women going to do? What do they believe? What kind of diet should they be on? What are their first steps? And we've both been through a lot of with our own health ups and downs, and to be able to give them, like Dara Lee, the strategies on how it's okay just to take one baby step, and then your success just goes right up like a ladder.
That's so key. And Dara Lee, what you're offering in this community, first of all, the price is unbelievable just to join this community, meaning your paid community. And what you get is just unreal. Like I said, I have not seen a coaching / done. It's done. Some is done for you and some of it is coaching. So you're providing both, very hands-on. It's pretty impressive.
Yes, the coaching part, the live coaching calls twice a month. Laura and I jump on Zoom with our clients and always have some kind of instruction, some kind of whatever cutting edge strategy that's going to help them. And then we open it up for questions. Let's figure out what's going on. And many times we find that if one woman is struggling with something, chances are many are. And then we have master classes where we bring in experts or we do the research and put it out there for people, as well as all of the resources that are actually within the membership, Laura.
And your Ditch the Diet series, plus all the Exercise Fit in 15 videos. And it's these, getting back to what Dara said, Neil, about the master classes and the coaching calls. As you can probably figure out, there's a lot of confusion there, what the next step should be. And people come to us with what they think they need. But the cool thing is, with working in a team like this, we can really work together and find, okay, what do they actually need? And how can we get them from what they think they need to what they actually need? And keep them wanting to be around the campfire and the community to learn more. And it doesn't just help them, it helps them in their relationship with their family, their kids, and it's like a domino effect.
Dara Lee, you've always talked about it takes a community to be able to make a difference and transform yourself. And through your process of dropping the weight that you dropped and got healthier, it was a team effort, right? You had to have people around you help you in this process, right?
Yes, I did. I had a coach when I started on this, and I also did a lot of research and reached out to other people who were struggling as well, so that I find it so helpful to have that accountability partner, that accountability person that you can reach out and say, oh my gosh, I blew it this weekend. And to have somebody say, all right, what can we do to get back on track? Because those moments are going to happen. And then to also report our wins, like even a little 1 pound is yes, or you've gotten off your first 10 pounds. It feels fabulous and you can keep going. So it is about having this community that can support one another and just lift us up when we need to be lifted up and cheer us on when we need cheering on.
And what's I think so interesting, Laura, is your background, your success as a trainer and coach. You've accomplished a lot of things in your career that you're going to get access to her, which a lot of people don't have access to you like that, do they, Laura?
No. And I don't do age, by the way, but experience is everything. And having the hunger that we both do as teachers and as educators, the hunger to find out, it's not just about why she has a headache or why her attitude, how she looks at her legs. A little bit deeper in that. And by having these conversations holistically with their mindset, how they're perceiving the world, how women's perceiving their world right now, sometimes they can't get that feedback or they don't have those listening ears that are actually very keen on listening at home. And so by having a coaching arena like this, where you're able to, this week I want to work on my diet. Dearly, what can I do with that? Or how can I get out, move when it's pouring rain? There's all sorts of ways you can move. We've got it right at our fingertips. We just have to open up people's minds with these various strategies, and they usually find one that works perfectly for them.
And Dara Lee, I guess Laura doesn't like to brag about her expertise, but what have you learned working with Laura in this community?
I have learned that Laura is amazing at really helping women, because we're working mostly with women, right? How to fit in really exercise, movement that makes an impact in a short amount of time. Her Fit in 15 routines are just amazing. And when I have found that I was like, Laura, I just want to get rid of these, what do you call these chicken wings back here? She was able to just give me exercises specifically for that. And she does that all the time with our clients. She's working specifically on whatever those challenges are, as well as putting out group-wide challenges. We just did a squat challenge last week, and we had so many people excited to be doing as many as 50 squats a day when they weren't doing any prior to that. And then now a bunch of people are keeping it up as well. And that's really, she's such a great motivator. And I could go on and on about all the great things that Laura brings to the table for sure.
The thing about the squats was really interesting is, by the challenge is simply 50 squats a day. which you can do 10, 10, 10, whatever. But it's been really fun to see one of our clients in particular, let's say, who has kept going 50 squats a day, and she's able to be consistent with that. Meanwhile, there's other challenges she's trying to be consistent with. And the fact that she's been able to be consistent with squats every day just proves she can be consistent with another baby step. Don't you think, Dara Lee? We know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's interesting, Laura, is that you just are motivated about progress and growth. You cannot take no for an answer. You can do this, and you want to help other people to have that mindset and that motivation that they too can do this.
And there's no judgment. And I think in our community, even with our Facebook page, Neil, you have to answer questions to get in there because it's a safe space. And shame is something we don't need to spend any energy on. And why even worry about that? Your weight is a number. It's a number, and you can change the number if you want to change that number. And how you look at your plate when you sit down and eat, you can change how you look at that as well. It's almost like something as simple as using the word have to and get to. Like today I have to eat vegetables. Today I get to eat vegetables, and I'm going to make sure I have 3 different colors. And our whole mindset changes with just that one little changing in one word. And so to get out and go walking, so what if it's raining? You can walk around the table 10 times. And I'm so jealous that people have stairs in their house. I don't have stairs in my house. I'd give anything downstairs because it would incorporate that specific movement. But tiny baby steps is key. And like I said a few minutes ago, Neil, Dara Lee will agree, there is so much garbage out there for people being bombarded with, oh, do this diet. And Dara Lee could tell you some crazy diets that even she's tried years ago. The cabbage soup and the whatever. These things are out there. And are they for real? You can get your body, your machine going and burn off your own weight. You can feel great. You can have super sleep. It just tweaking a few things in your life.
And I'm going to tell you one thing since I've met Laura is she kicks you into gear, meaning once you become part of her ecosystem, she really is looking at progress and getting you to where you need to go. Right, Dara Lee?
Absolutely. She's all about taking, like she says, those baby steps to get us to where we want to get to.
And she can make it happen. And that's why you've had the success you've had, Laura. And to be able to join this community is unreal in so many ways for what you end up getting and all those different things which you've talked about before. And Laura, who you would think right now should consider joining Wellness Warriors? Why Wellness Warriors for them?
You're looking at housewives, busy moms. You're looking at entrepreneurs. You're looking at people that are working so hard at they're losing their health just trying to get their own wealth. And we coined the phrase of decrease your midline to increase your bottom line. It does start with losing a few pounds. It does start with changing your mindset and the changing the fuel you're putting in your mouth. And everyone, I would hate to throw a percentage out there without scientific proof, but my guess, I would say at least 2/3 of the population out there aren't running in healthy machines. And we know from the talk we give on the brain cocktail, just you moving 2 or 3 minutes, is going to get the brain cocktail dopamine surge on everything moving. Your creativity goes up, your focus goes up, and you'll be more productive in less time. And just to get up and move around the desk for 20 seconds and sit back down again, the payoff is going to be amazing. So who we're speaking to, there's a lot of busy people out there. And my heart really goes out. I would say, Dara Lee, you might agree with me, my heart really goes out to the people that are working so hard for their families, whether stay-at-home mom and just on the computer with kids at her knees, or the CEO, the entrepreneurs out there that are working so hard because they want a certain kind of lifestyle. They're not going to be around to have that lifestyle unless they take care of their health.
And Dara Lee, talk about the community, how they help each other out, not just you two helping them, but they're helping each other, right, through these challenges.
Yes, absolutely. The Facebook group is such a perfect example of that. People are in there cheering one another on. And we have people that end up connecting. They find out they live near each other. They just connect. And a lot of times we find that women will just naturally gravitate towards someone who is similar to them, like them, and they will just buddy up and support one another when they need that support, whether it's long distance or they find out they live close by and they can connect and walk together. It's been such a fabulous experience to see how this community is growing and how the women are really there to support one another.
And Laura, how have you enjoyed this community so far since you guys started this?
I loved it, but if I could share one testimonial, which I think sums it up, is she wrote, having support that is directed specifically to me has been wonderful. I feel like you get me since you and I have developed a rapport and me and my challenges. I also love that you're able to tailor suggestions to my needs and adjust for my specific issues or difficulties. Why is that so special? Like she's saying, directing to me, but she really means both Darla and I. What is so fabulous, especially with our coaching clients, the ones that need a little bit more, they want to know we have their back, not just in that community, but on more of a one-to-one, is this week it might be she needs motivation to get moving. And then maybe next week she wants Darla to help her with, how can I have some simple moves that I can be organized and have healthy things with me when I go off to work. So that teamwork where we're both able to look through people's challenges and brainstorm amongst ourselves, I think is invaluable.
It totally sounds like it. And that's the thing, Dara Lee, you guys customize things for each individual. One size fits all doesn't work, Dara Lee, does it?
No, it really doesn't. And especially like Laura says, with our one-on-one coaching clients, they get the best of both of us, right? And like Laura says, they get to pick and choose who they want to meet with. And there's no one diet that's going to work for everyone. And what we promote is just healthy eating and looking at getting highly processed foods out of your diet. That's like a big thing. But it doesn't matter whether you want to be vegan, whether you want to be a carnivore, whether you want to be low carb. That's not what we're looking at. We're just looking holistically, like you said, Neil, holistically, what does your plate look like? And throughout the day, what does your food look like? And we're really good at customizing. I have a special education background, so I'm all about individualizing for people. Like, what you need is going to be different than what the next person needs. And we're both excellent at being able to really customize our program.
And you do that as a trainer, right, Laura?
Yes.
With Fitness Connection, you don't look at one child learns to swim different. You look them all are different and they learn differently. And you figured that out through the years you've done this. So this is the key thing is these two women have done this themselves for a while. It's not somebody just decided, hey, I'm going to start a coaching business. This is the real deal. So Laura, where's the best place people can go? I know that there's a community that they can join that's absolutely free.
Giving you the link to the community as well as the link to our membership. But one of the superpowers of Wellness Warriors Ignite is, I'm going to give Darla the credit. She's unbelievable at follow-up. And someone joins, poof, get an email. And she's on top of the emails. And I just think in today's world, it's so easy to have people slip between the cracks. And if we ever have anyone slip between the cracks and we were over there, besides over-delivering in our own community, we want to over-deliver and making sure they are getting their messages, they're getting, if they're sending a text. And that is, I think, one of the magical things about our membership is communication.
Yeah. It sounds like it for sure. And people can go, where's the best place? Links will be in the description for everything. So you can check that out. But ultimately, if you're listening on the radio right now, the best place they can go, Dara Lee, is where?
I guess wellness on our Facebook group, right? That's where we want to go. If you go to if you're on Facebook, you go to Wellness Warriors Ignite Facebook group or wellnesswarriorsignite.com.
Awesome. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks again.
Thanks,
All right.
Neil.
Thanks
You're
a lot,
welcome.
Neil.
You're
Great
welcome.
to see you.
You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.